Chapter 19. A Welcome Sign. The refugees arrived in the middle of the night. That evening, Luca was getting ready to drive out to help greet them and get them settled. I wanted to go too, but Luca kept telling me it wasn't possible. How come? All those other times on the news where people were arriving and saying hello when they arrived. All the primary schools in Sorrento had got their students to make signs especially. On big pieces of paper, we'd use texters or paint to write the messages. Miss Vini na Australi. Welcome to Australia, again and again. Luca turned around and smiled sadly at me. I know, but they've flown out too late tonight, and the Red Cross wants to get them checked off and settled into the barracks as soon as possible. When Luca was all ready to go, he stood behind Annika, bent down and kissed her forehead, and then reached a hand out to rub her giant belly. Then he reached over to Sam and ruffled his hair.
You be quick, babe,
Annika said, and Luca replied, Always. He came back to me and crouched just a little so we were at eye level. Fredo, I promise I'll tell you everything that happens as soon as I get home, and I'll ask about when a welcoming party can get together and go out there, but I need to be going now, okay? I nodded once, then got an idea. I held a finger up for Luca to wait for me, and I dashed into my room. When I came back, he was at the door, pulling a wooden beanie over his shaved head and grabbing his keys. I thrust the rolled-up paper at him. What's this? He asked, taking the fluoro-orange scroll from me. A welcome sign. We were making them in school, I said. It's not finished yet. I haven't added the glitter, but maybe you could hang it up somewhere. Luca smiled at me, then tucked the roll of paper under one arm, as he bent down to kiss my forehead too. I'll see what I can do. I was woken by a knock on my door. Luca opened it a crack, and I sleepily waved him in. Then he lay down beside me, like he used to when I was a kid, leaning his back against the headboard, throwing an arm over my pillow and carving out a place for me by his side. Did you hang up my poster? I asked, and then yawned. Luca squeezed my shoulder. Yeah, I did. In one of the girls' dorm rooms. I'm sure they'll love it. Were there lots of people there? So many people, and it was all so dark. All us volunteers had to point out cars towards the entrance and pop our headlights on so people could see the way once they stepped off the buses. Were they scared? Luca shifted, and I could feel the cold denim of his jeans through my blanket. It must have been freezing out there. I think they were tired, mostly. Were there many kids? I yawned again. Then I closed my eyes as I listened to him. Yeah, lots of kids. Plenty of teenagers. Mothers are carrying babies and toddlers. And there were a few who were the same age as you and Sam. I blinked my eyes open to look up at him, but he was staring off at the far wall. He seemed to be thinking very deep thoughts. Just little kids in these big, bulky jackets that people had donated. Some of them were carrying donated toys too, and had small backpacks. And that was it. That was all they had. Everything they managed to take with them when they ran. Were there cameras there? And news people? Luca seemed to shake himself. Then he looked down at me and frowned. No, none that I could see. So you won't be on TV tomorrow? Tonight, Fredo. It's the next day already. And no, I very much doubt that you'll see my ugly face on the telly. Can I come out there when you go next? We'll see. And he squeezed my shoulder again. It's so far away, Fredo, in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by all that bushland and those cliffs. I was getting sleepy again and didn't think it was time for me to get up, so I closed my eyes for a second. But I must have drifted off because when I woke up, Luca was gone, and I had to get ready for school.